All right, big news. Yesterday, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu officially signed the Lagos Electricity Bill into law, setting the stage for a revolution in power supply that will transform the state into a 24-hour economy. The ceremony, which was carried out at the Lagos House alongside Ikeja, had in attendance the State Deputy Governor, Kadri Hamzat, Chairman of the Energy Committee, Sabir-Oluwa, Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Lawal Pedro, members of the State Assembly, as well as the State Executive Council members. Governor Sanwo-Olu commended the State House of Assembly for ensuring speedy passage of the bill, described the new law as a paradigm shift that will reshape the power landscape in the state. Take a listen.
We want, at the end of the day, for Lagosians to be the full beneficiary of what this bill is about. For our citizens to be able to look at us 1 year, 2 years down the line and say that, Mr. Governor, at Lagos State, Mr. House of Assembly, all of the operators, you have earned our support. You have earned our trust. You guys have done what has eluded us for several decades. We all can see lights, affordable, accessible, all around our state. That is the main objective. An objective where we want to improve and develop, the energy infrastructure of our states. And once we do that, we know what it will transform into economic benefit of the citizens, into, ensuring that people can have, better security network in terms of, making Lagos a true 21st century economy, not being scared or worried about, lights, or illumination in some part of the city or not. But more importantly, for small businesses that do not need to have 3 different energy sources. You have a backup or a backup to a backup.
Well, joining us now for expectations for the Lagos economy with the signing of the Lagos Electricity Bill into law is Mr. Mukhtar Mohammed, CEO, Finance with Mukhtar. Great to have you in the show. I don't know if you're already feeling the 24-hour power vibe at this point, but talk to me. How much of a game changer is this for the Lagos economy?
Thank you, Laddie. We are in Band A, so we know what we are feeling. It's not the light this time around, it's the payment. So when you talk about the 24 hours economy, I think that's good for us. We've seen that, this bill has been signed almost a year. Lagos State is now coming up. I think Osun State or Ogun State or Ekiti State have started theirs. Just the initial process, which has to do with the signing. There's still a lot of work to be done because it's not going to be that easy project. When it comes to power, it's not like the telecom that you just put in my house and everything will be working. So there's still going to be a lot of work to be done. But again, you have to give it to Lagos State. That's the first thing, is to sign it into law so that you begin to attract the right type of investors that want to invest in the power sector. Hopefully, this law will be a private sector driven law. Not like some of the laws that the government will want to become the owner of a power plant or the one that want to generate electricity. Hopefully, they will deal with professionals and get this bill that is signing to law to become very efficient, and Lagos should be able to enjoy 24 hours electricity.
And talking about investors coming in, what investment opportunities are you seeing? With the signing of this bill into law.
Ladi, the power sector is one of those great investment avenues that Nigerians have not really tapped into. Again, this also will create other little businesses. The power sector is very wide. So for Lagos State to sign that bill, I think is commendable, and that will improve foreign direct investors, not even portfolio investors this time, because Lagos State has been the pride of foreign direct investment. This will also increase that drive of foreign investors into Lagos State. So I think it's a good one. But like I said, they must look at the PPP model, public-private partnership. That will be what will make it work. And also they have to look at the technicality of that so that we don't make the mistake they made during the unbundling of the power sector in Nigeria, whereby most of these licenses were given to political appointees setting up companies to acquire this license. thinking that it's a cash cow without looking at the investment angle. So in terms of that, Lagos must also be able to bring in the right people to invest in the sector, people that have both technical and financial ability to invest, because that is the key driver in the power sector.
All right, let's pivot now from that. Let's pivot to the market now. For the all-share index yesterday, we saw a marginal drop, even though the first trading day of December started quite bullish. How are you seeing the second trading day, and what is it telling us about the month of December for the equities market?
Larry, the equity market has not changed its trend in the month of December. The month of December, especially the first 2 to 3 weeks, you always see this downturn movement in the equity market, either because of the festivity, either because of portfolio reshuffling. A lot of things happen during this period, and again, with the recent data that you have more retail investors in the market than institutional investors. So that also is one of those things that you need to look at also. So definitely you see a lot of trading this period, because a lot of investors will be looking at taking profit, looking at the festivity, January school fees, especially for the retail investors. So definitely for the next 3 weeks, you're going to see the market oscillate up and down, creating good opportunity for investors to go into some equity that they have come down. Then also, it is a time that investors look at the year and the third quarter result, and in anticipation of the year end, especially for stocks that are going to pay good dividend. And you see those stocks you start seeing those movement in those stocks in terms of capital appreciation by January towards the release of the result, which normally will happen between February and March. So investors will begin to key in. So for now, you continue to see that ups and downs, but definitely by the third week of December, you see a little bit of stability. By December ending and first week of January, definitely stability key in, especially in equity that are paying good dividend payout. Investors begin to look at those equities.
And looking at that downturn we saw yesterday, we know Aradel Holdings contributed to that with a big drop, about 8% yesterday. And we know the price Aradel listed at, when it got listed on the NGX, about 800 to 700 naira. But we're far from there at this point. Do you think the bottom is in for Aradel Holdings?
Yes, the bottom is in there. If you look at even at the closing price now, there was a time that Aradel, sometime this time it closed at about 347 before you saw the upward trend to about 517. And with what we are seeing now, that stock still has a lot in it. The third quarter results that have come in, they paid interim dividend. So a lot of investors are sticking in their stocks, and again, it's very liquid, and that's the beauty compared to other oil stocks that have been listed before now. This is a very liquid stock, and you could see the movement in terms of availability and liquidity in that. So that makes it very attractive for investors. So, but if it is bottom up, I think it has bottom up. Anytime you get Aradel, almost when you talk about the listing price and what it is today, you've seen now almost 50% discount. So, and then remember, people have projected this stock to get as high as 1,800. So it gives room for more for designing investors to begin to key in towards this capital appreciation and good dividend payout, which is expected to happen in Aradel, because they are very liquid in the oil and gas sector. And Ladi, one thing most investors are not keen into in Aradel at the moment is that game changer that may come in anytime in this year or the first quarter of the year. The Renaissance Group, which were denied the prospective license of, they denied an asset of a major oil company that is divesting from Nigeria. That process is still on, and Aradel are part of that team. So if that see the light of day, definitely it will be a game changer. But as it stands now, I think Aradel has bottomed up for designing investors to begin to key in when you're looking at capital appreciation and also when you're looking at good dividend payout. But again, the projection should be long term if you really want to get value from Aradel.
Right. So I guess Mr. Mukhtar is not seeing a falling knife when we're looking at that stock. Well, thank you so much. So great to have you, Mukhtar Mohammed, CEO, Finance with Mukhtar. Thank you.
Thank you, Ladi, for having me.
All right, that's the show today. Markets are open now. I'll give you a summary of what's playing out at 1 p.m. on Business Incorporated. That's it from me right now on Business Morning. I'm Ladi Williams. I hand things over to the Sunrise Daily team.